Our third speaker for the day is a very, very dear friend of mine, and it gives me immense happiness in introducing her. She was awarded as Best Athlete and also won the title of Individual Champion for Best Overall Performance at National Sports Meet in 2016 and 2019. She was also the youngest player to be selected amongst eight under 19 girls from all India, and she was sponsored for a 3-month athletic training at the national camp in 2017 by the Sports Authority of India. Presenting to you our third speaker for the day, Keisha Modi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Apurva. So, I am Keisha. I'm an athlete from Thane, and the certain topics that I'd like to cover today is hard work, what I think of hard work, passion, and a little bit of struggle. So, my ones are 100 meters, 200 meters, and long jump. And people often ask me, how do you do so well in athletics or in other fields? And I just cannot, for some reason, get myself to tell them that I'm working hard, because there is this certain sort of inconvenience linked with the word hard work, as if you're doing something that you don't want to. But athletics has always been something I enjoy doing. It is a little bit of struggle. It is, some workload on your body, but I never looked at it as, facing any sort of inconvenience. So I always considered it a lot of fun. And when I'm quite shocked when, people think I work hard, because it's just a matter of enjoyment for me. Obviously, there are certain factors of inconvenience, like I have to, maintain a diet, can't hang out with friends, um, working like 6 hours in a day for 6 days in a week. But all of that is something that I enjoy doing. And that is when I realized what passion was. So, coming to passion, as a child, I never really understood the word passion, because you hear so many people saying, "Oh, you're passionate about this. Oh, it's very important to have a passion in life," and all sorts of things. So I couldn't really understand what passion meant until I realized what athletics meant to me. Uh, so the lockdown. Oh my God, I have never felt so, I wouldn't say depressed, but sad, because I couldn't practice at all. I had to stay at home, and that is something an athlete at least cannot do. And that's when I realized how incomplete I was without this sport of mine, which gave me a daily check that, okay, I'm doing something. I'm working towards what I want to become. And when the lockdown started, it just stopped for me. So it was a really hard time, but that's when I realized that, okay, this is my passion. This is something that I cannot live without. So and I realized how when people say that it's really important to, find a passion in life, that is what they mean. Something that you can't live without, something that you would do anything for, something that you would give up a lot of things for. And coming to struggles, which thankfully, by the grace of God, I'm having lovely parents, a lovely school that supports me throughout, friends and teachers, and a lot of supporting people. So the struggles, I'll just touch upon them. I had an ankle injury, a very major ankle injury, when I was in the 10th grade. I was playing basketball, and I tore my ligament, and that meant not being able to participate in any competitions for more than 6 months. Again, I'm an extrovert. I cannot sit at home, and that was the toughest part. I used to cry every day just looking at my swollen ankle and thinking about how long it's going to take to get back to shape. But I got through it. I had to have the patience. I had to understand that injuries are just a part of being an athlete. It's inevitable. And I tried my best to, avoid such injuries again. It was really a struggle, and that is also when I realized, okay, I have to be more careful about this. And I used to go all out in basketball because I do everything with that passion, but I need to know that I need to like slow down a little bit because I want to focus more on athletics. So yeah, that's about it, Apura.
Hi, Kisha. So, just for the audience clarity, since most of y'all don't know, Kisha did her 11th and 12th grade not here, but
Right,
she was in Hyderabad. So, would you like to speak about how you managed things?
right. So, like I said, I have a wonderful school, and I've been there since I was in junior KG. So the school knows me really well, and I wasn't here for 2 years. The 11th and the 12th grade, I just came back, gave an exam for a week or two, and had to go back. Because the saddest part about all of this, is that Thane doesn't have a proper athletic stadium. Even though Maharashtra is producing such amazing athletes, we do not have stadiums that can, that are that can uh, like players can actually train there. We had to train on a cricket stadium, and we had a long jump pit. Then I'm a long jumper, and the long jump pit was removed. I did not have a pit to practice in. And since I am so passionate about it, I obviously wouldn't leave athletics just because I did not have a pit. So I shifted to Hyderabad. I went to the national camp. I trained under Ramesh Nagapuri, who is the coach of Duti Chand, and she's the fastest woman in India right now. I trained there for 2 years. I tried to, manage my studies from there. It was tough, but it was definitely worth it.
Great. You mentioned that you play basketball. So, is it just as a hobby, or is it
Uh,
also?
So I also was selected from Maharashtra as one of the 3 or 4 players. I was selected for the NBA India, and I think anything that I would rank after athletics, that would be basketball, because I really really love playing basketball, and I have trained for it too. Yeah.
A few questions that I would like to ask you. What is the one life mantra or a particular quote that you live by?
Mm, I think that would be one, like keep going, and two would be trying to be the best at whatever I do. And by whatever, I just don't mean athletics or anything in athletics. I mean literally whatever, like chess, basketball, anything I start, I need to be the best at it.
Great. What is the best lesson that you've learned as a sports person till now? One thing that sports
uh,
has taught you.
it is definitely discipline, and it is something that helps me in my studies too. People often ask me as well that how am I balancing or managing athletics and studies, but I don't look at it in a way where I feel I'm managing, because I think I wouldn't be able to do one without the other. And discipline is something that athletics has taught me, and I think it has worked in all spheres of life.
Great. I can actually see you, every day leaving home early and going for your training sessions. Who is your role model and why? Why do they inspire you?
It definitely has to be my mother. I wouldn't like to quote any other sports player or person, because what I learned from my mother, I do not think I can learn from anybody else. She can, I think the will she has, the dedication she has is at another level. I can see her, love towards me and what she would do for me, and I can understand and learn from her that that is what I need to do towards my sport as well.
Absolutely. Which was sort of the most life-changing moment for you?
Um, it was definitely the time my ankle got injured. It was, I just couldn't think of anything. All I could think was how I'm not going to be able to run, to jump. to do my favorite things for such a long period of time, things that I've been doing every day of my life. So that's where I learned.
So every person, when they are, doing something that they are very passionate about, they have this gush of emotions. So what is the feeling that you get when you are out there on the field running, or uh,
It's just immense joy. I've had injuries, but once I'm on the track, I just cannot feel any injury on my body, and it's just amazing. I feel very blissful and myself. I feel like myself on the field.
absolutely. What are, a few reasons for you, like if you would like to be a part of a team sport? What are the reasons that you
Okay.
have a team?
So, so team sport is something I love athletics for the reason because you can measure yourself, you can judge yourself. There are quantitative values like, oh, 100 meters, I'm running it in 12 seconds, 12.08 seconds. And that is what, motivates me. Okay, I need to do better than this. But team sports, I feel, I cannot really judge my performance as much as I can in a quantitative, measurable value that athletics provides me.
Absolutely. Great. It was great having you here as a speaker for today. I personally am very proud of you, and we'll be sending you a token of love on behalf of our district very soon. So thank you so much for being a part of this event today.
Thank you, Apurva, for being such
And
an amazing
for those,
host.
thank you. And for those of you who don't know, she's joining us from Assam in her nationals.
Yeah, I
She's
have my junior nationals going on in Guwahati right now, and I'm just so glad the internet worked.
great. Thank you so much, Kisha.
Thank you, Apurva. Bye.
Bye. Now we're finally, I think, connected with our performer for today. So we will be having a dance performance.